So what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know you're tired of talking about Big Lots yet. Well, I'm not, and I don't know why I'm talking like this, but I got a Big Lots update for you. And I actually went into a store. I said I wasn't going to do it, but I didn't really have much to do one day, and I'll tell you why I went in there and what I found out. And we got some news about which stores are closing. So let's do one more Big Lots video. What are we waiting for? Let's go.
The shop is closed. Everybody get out.
So what's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the JeffMan316 Pop Culture Reporter channel. I'm your host, as always, JeffMan316, as it says on the sign, JeffMan316. Yeah, JeffMan316 Live is where we watch along to a movie, usually Sunday nights, 10 p.m. Eastern. Come along for the ride as we watch along to a movie and talk about pop culture. But we're talking about Big Lots. Yeah, so I actually bought something. So we're going to unbox or unbag what I bought. But before we do that, let's talk about Big Lots. So, you know, I've been ranting about Big Lots for a while on this channel. They supposedly closing stores. A lot of them are liquidating the stock. To me, if you're liquidating the stock and closing, it isn't going as fast as most people would do it. When I went in the first time, movies were like 10% off, then it was 15%. I will go ahead and tell you it was 20% off this time, and they didn't have a lot. They're starting to move everything towards the front of the store, so there was only like 2 little shelves of movies. They used to have like 4 shelves in the back that were double stacked, but laying down like, you know, like this. That was from my movie haul, so watch the haul of the week. But either way, so I went in, number one, because it was lunchtime, didn't have a lot to do. Grabbed some lunch, was sitting out in the truck. And Big Lots was near where I was, so we ate in the back of that parking lot. And I went into the store after that, and it was just a waste of time because I literally had nothing else to do with lunch. Wasn't planning on buying anything. And then I saw a lady that's worked in Big Lots, this Big Lots, ever since I can remember. So I figured, hey, if I see anything and she's not busy, I'll talk to her about the closing. So I went to the back. They did move the movies, like I said, and they moved it up front. So it took me a while to look around, get my bearings, find the movies, and I started looking. I've been in that store twice, when it was 10% off, when it's 15% off. I found movies that were not in there. And I asked the lady when I was telling you about it, and she said she didn't know, but maybe they rotated some stock from one of the stores that was closing or already closed. And I said, okay, either way, maybe they just found some shit in the back. But I found some movies I hadn't seen in there before, and they were 20% off, so I bought a few. So we'll do the haul here at the end, but I'll give you the last little update based on something I read and what I talked to her about. So I asked her, had they officially told the employee something? And man, she was pretty, looked like a little bit sad, a little bit angry. And she said, no, I wish they would tell us what was going on. She said, I was told that it was going to be sometime in February when we were closing, and now February's here. Now they're telling us it's going to be sometime in March. I told her, yeah, the percentages weren't that high on everything, that if they wanted to really close, you know, quickly, why didn't they bump it up? And she said that she didn't know that seemed like they were dragging their feet, and that as of right now, she didn't know how long she had a job, and that she would probably at least be through March now. She even asked me, could she apply where I work? You know, I told her, yeah, sure, go over there, mention me, put me as a reference on there. She's a hard worker. She's worked at that store for 33 years, she said. And that store has been in that location. So I've worked. This will be my 32nd year of working where at the company I'm at. And when I was younger and first started, I remember a buddy of mine that worked there, us going to Big Lots at lunch. And then over the years, you know, my son is in his 20s. I had him, and I remember when he was young, if we were in town, he would go in there with me, and we would look. This lady remembered my son and was asking me about it. So I've connected with her a lot over the years. She couldn't believe how old my son was. Couldn't believe how long I'd worked there, where I worked. So we talked for quite a bit. Very sad of what they're doing to these employees, not knowing what's going on. She's like, I don't know. I feel like I need to stay as long as the store is open. She's got real loyalty to that store. They've been open for a long time. So she's worked there pretty much the whole time. So 33 years and you're stuck in a job and you have no clue. You just know it's closing.
See, now that's some bullshit.
Now, I do know for a fact, well, I'm pretty sure, 99% sure, that that store is closing. So the other news was they released a list of potential stores that were going to stay open, and they were by state. And I went to my state. I live in Virginia, and the two stores near me were not on the list. There's one about 35 miles from my house, which is really close to where I work, and another one about 35, 40 miles the other direction. Both of those are closing. On the list, there were two Big Lots that were within an hour's drive of me that are in major cities, bigger cities than where I work and where I live, that it seems like they're going to stay open. Now, I have no interest in going to Big Lots, that often. So maybe when I'm heading in those directions or out of town or something, I'll stop by there. Or maybe when I'm, going on vacation, I'll hit a Big Lots. But it looks like my local Big Lots, both stores, they'll be closing, and she won't have a job is what that means. And so I didn't mention that. I didn't want to be the bearer of bad news, so I didn't tell her about that I had read the report. She obviously hadn't read it, and they're not telling her anything. So they suck. So here's the second part of the video. We're going to unbag the few movies that I bought. So let's get into it. Okay, the cool thing about it is all these are Blu-rays. So I bought this movie. I own this on DVD, and I've never seen it to upgrade it to Blu-ray. I know it's been out a while. Mutant Chronicles with Thomas Jane and Ron Perlman. This is the collector's edition director's cut. So this is a magnet release. They usually do a lot of magnet releases in Big Lots, or they did in the past. The next one is a movie I've never heard of, and I don't know if I'm going to keep this or give it to my father, but he's a big classic rock guy. The Rolling Stones' Crossfire Hurricane. It says this new film tells the story of the Rolling Stones' unparalleled journey from blues-obsessed teenagers in the early 60s to their undisputed status as rock royalty. So it's got some concert footage. There's 3 from a show in 1964, 3 songs, 2 songs from a concert in 65, 2 more songs from a concert in another 65, and then 2 more from 64, and then an interview with the director. So yeah, I might, if he wants it, I might watch it and then give it to him. Here's a movie that I have seen. It's not bad, but I don't own it, so I went ahead and bought it. It's William Dafoe and The Hunter. Pretty good movie. I probably wouldn't have normally bought it, but for $5 plus I got 20% off, so I got it for $4. Right? So, seeing who else was in this movie, I can't tell. It's got a glare on it, but the next movie I've never heard of before in my life, but it seemed pretty good because it's got Gerard Depardieu. A fascinating depiction of another kind of Wolf of Wall Street with an absolutely blazing turn by Depardieu. Welcome to New York. I sneezed there, excuse me. Special features a trailer. Has anybody heard of that movie? Let me know if it's any good. Here's a movie that was originally a Walmart movie because it's got the tag on it for $23. And this is a film by Madonna. She directed. She wrote it and directed it. Never heard of this. I don't know what this is. W-E? Is it we or just W-E? But it's got a slipcover on it. Carpet matches the drapes. But I don't give a shit. It's got some damage on it. But either way. It was the only one they had. Movie that I've never heard of before. One of the best action movies of the year. I bet that's some bullshit. But it's got Dominic Purcell, Cody Hackman, Trish Stratus, Vinnie Jones, Stephen Lang, and Danny Glover in Gridlocked. This is a magnet release. Carpet matches the drapes. Never heard of that. There's Trish Stratus right there. So, what year is this movie? Does it say? 2016. So, either way. I own this movie on DVD, the next one. I think I remember getting it at Dollar Tree. But it's got a really nice slipcover, other than I got to get this damn Big Lot sticker off here. So, I know somebody recently posted a video about cleaning slip covers and stuff. So should I use Goo Gone? What should I use to try to get this slip cover sticker off? It's High Rise with Tom Hiddleston. I really like, man, it is a crisp, clean slip cover. So I would really like to be able to get that sticker off without tearing it up. And tear it up. And the carpet matches the drapes. And so last but not least, I think just the plastic is loose, but it looks like it's a pretty good, the case is in good shape. I found a damn 4K in there. So this is Taye Diggs, George Lopez, Luke Hemsworth, and it looks like it's got John Cusack in it. So he's probably in it for like 2 minutes. River Runs Red. Never heard of this movie. There's George Lopez. There's John Cusack. Taye Diggs is in the middle. So jazzed to find a 4K in Big Lots. So more than likely this will be my last haul. That's pretty sad. So the last Big Lots haul. No! Either way, so have you guys been back to Big Lots? I said I wasn't going in there because I was shitty they did their employees, but I really didn't want. I was hoping that lady was working in there. I was going to see, if I could get an update. So it was nice to talk to her. It's bittersweet. Probably the last time I talked to her, I did, like I said, gave her my information about maybe putting in an application where at the company that I'm the president of. So maybe one day I could help her out. Well, you know how you could help me out? You could do some activity on these videos, man. Get them out there in the ether. Like, comment, subscribe, share. That's the easiest way to do it. Start by doing all that stuff. If you are a subscriber, you need to make sure you hit the notification bell. You'll know when I post new videos. Come over and watch the live streams, JeffMan316 Live. Watch all the videos, the unboxings. Put some comments down below. Let me know some thoughts of movies that videos you would like for me to make. And hopefully you guys will keep coming back and support me, and I'll keep making them. So until next time, boys and girls, this has been JeffMan316. As always, I'm your pop culture reporter, and I'm signing out saying you guys be safe out there.
And guess what, folks? That's the news, and we are out of here.